Hi, my name's Addison Taylor. I'm applying to this graduate entry-level master's in nursing program mainly for a few reasons. The main one being is I didn't always know that I wanted to be a nurse. I love chemistry and have a strong background in that. When I started college, I wanted to be a pharmacist, either compounding or do pharmaceutical research. And so my undergraduate degree is in biochemistry and molecular biology. But over the course of the last 6 or so years, I've had a couple very impactful experiences that have kind of nudged me in the direction of nursing. The first one of those experiences is my first year of college. I actually got pneumonia, and it was pretty bad. I ended up being hospitalized for 2 weeks. I had several operations, and then I was at home on IV antibiotics for about a month and a half. And I had a home health nurse come in 2 to 3 times a week to check up on me, take vitals and blood samples and things like that. This experience really taught me that nursing helps people, and it's that personal touch and that connection with people that helps them heal spiritually and not just physically. I didn't realize before that that would be such a big deal. I remember being in a hospital and feeling broken and alone and scared. And it was the nurses that made me feel human again. Now, this didn't immediately change my mind, I want to be a nurse right after. But it was a very impactful experience for me, and I kind of kept that in the back of my mind. Another experience that I had was actually I took 2 years off of my college experience, and I was a full-time volunteer missionary for my church in Mexico. Doing this work, I worked a lot one-on-one with many different people from all walks of life. A lot of what I did was kind of tailor-made to their situation and what they were going through. I would go and I would connect with them, and I would find out what their needs are and how to meet those needs. And I think nursing is a lot like that too. Obviously, there's the medical side of things. You're working at the highest standards of care to help people heal physically. But I think as well, when people are sick and alone and scared, they need somebody to connect with them on a deeper level. They need somebody to be there that can understand them and comfort them. And I think that that's what I can do. So towards the end of my mission experience, I kind of had the idea that maybe I wanted to be a nurse or at least a medical provider that had more interaction one-on-one with patients or just people in general. I was pretty sure it was nursing, but I was open to other career paths as well. So when I returned, I decided that I had to be sure that this was a line of work that I'd be comfortable in, that I'd be comfortable with all of the dirty details, the poop and blood and everything in between. And so I got my CNA certification. This certified nurse aide certification let me work with people, and I fell in love with it immediately. I had a few very impactful experiences just when I was doing my clinic hours of helping people in that way that nurses helped me. I remember one lady who had recently had a stroke, just she couldn't eat by herself, and I was helping her eat, and I just held her hand the whole time, and she'd sit there kind of stroking my arm and resting her head up against me, and that's a very simple thing that I could do to give her some comfort in this scary time for her, and that's one of the experiences that really cemented to me that I want to be a nurse. Study at the graduate level, I expect to be rigorous. I want a college experience that's going to teach me not only to be a good nurse, but the best nurse that I can be. So I expect rigorous academics, clinical hours that are in a variety of different settings that are going to give me the hands-on experience that I need to really succeed and provide the best level of care that I can. I expect this to be a full-time deal, something that's going to require all of my time and attention, and I am prepared for that. I think I have a few qualities that are going to set me up to be both a successful student and a successful nurse. And these qualities are empathy and resilience. I think I've already kind of showcased how I might have those qualities when I talked about my pathway to this profession. Empathy, because I've been there. I might not have all of the medical history that the individual people that I'm going to work with are. I'm not going to say that I understand somebody completely. Um, but I was scared. I was alone, and nurses helped me feel human again. And I think that having that understanding can help me to really tailor my style or my care to help these people. Also, resilience. This experience for me, being sick and alone, was hard, but that's not the hardest thing I've done. Um, Being a full-time student during COVID, taking 2 years off to learn a new language and move to a new country and work with people one-on-one was hard. Uh, and graduating within a rigorous STEM field was hard. But each of the experiences gave me the opportunity to learn and to grow and to build these qualities of resilience that I think will help me to both succeed as a student and as a nurse. Specifically, the qualities of empathy will help me to connect better with professors, fellow students, and especially with the patients themselves, to help build and foster community, acceptance, and tolerance, and an environment where everyone can learn and grow and succeed in the ways that they need to at the time. I also believe that my resilience will help me to stick it out during those tough times in this program. I am expecting late nights. I'm expecting long shifts. I'm expecting moments that are going to be hard. And I know for myself that I can do hard things and that I can both push through in times that it's hard and reach out for help when I need it. And I think that's also what resilience is. It's knowing your limitations. It's knowing when to reach out for and accept help. And it's also supporting others, because I think community is very important in all aspects of life, but especially that of both student life and within the medical field. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope that I have answered all of the questions to the best of my ability. I believe that I have done so. Thank you.